No!
What?
What the f?
My
Yo,
bad.
Lush, you gotta
All of
fucking
my
tone it
ears,
down a little.
shit, slapping on the shit.
Nah,
What?
it's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
All right, Almighty Suspect, how's it going?
Chilling, bro. I'm chilling, bro. How you doing?
And today we got what? Lil Kelpie?
Yeah,
Lil
Lil
Kelpie.
Kelpie.
You know we gonna get on all that. Hey, church, do me a favor and take that jacket off.
The hood?
You gotta take that jacket off, bro.
I don't.
You got to take that off. No, so what? Take that shit off, homie. That's a fraud though, but you're not gonna wear that.
Start talking over me.
You didn't let me
Shouldn't
answer.
we let each other
You
talk?
didn't let me answer.
No, but you keep saying the same thing over and over.
How? And then I tried to
Suspect.
answer and then you cut me off.
I'm gonna explain to you like a pretty simple concept in podcasting, which is
You got it, bro. You won.
if we're gonna have an argument,
you got it.
you can't tell me
You got it.
that I can't have an opinion.
You got it. You won.
Why are you doing this little spoiled brat thing?
You got it. You won. You got it. You won.
You know what I'm saying?
Not just from soft white.
Yeah, no.
For
Before,
street shit.
yeah, for sure, and not like they was on the same thing, but he's kind of like a like a Karl Malone.
Okay.
You hear about him, like damn, that's the GOAT. Then you end up getting on the same team and then be like, hey, this nigga really a weirdo.
You got a shrine in your bathroom. We know who you
Did it for the bitch.
We know who
Stop
you going
playing,
for.
man.
We know who you going for. You got a shrine in
And
your
that shit gonna stay up.
You got a shrine. I know.
Your next
And
bitch.
Drake Balls is
Your
gonna stay
business.
slapping
Your
all in
next
your nose.
bitch out.
He gonna take your next bitch is crazy.
Pick up the slobber. It's dripping all on your draw. That's Drake Balls and shit. Pick the slobber off your chin. Yo, take that shrine down and get his dick out your mouth. Who you calling a bitch though?
I'm calling you a bitch.
Hold on. I gotta find my watch. Hold on. I gotta find my watch.
Shut up! You're some shit! Shut up! I'm affiliated. I'm affiliated. I'm from nowhere. I don't say blood, clown. Clown.
Your mom raised you.
Clown.
Your mom
My
raised you.
boss.
Your mom raised you.
What
Your
your
mom
mom
raised
do?
you.
Thank you. You're mad. You mad. You mad. You mad. You mad. You mad. You mad. You're mad. You're mad.
Into helping him.
He's
get out
not
of
trying
jail.
to. Hey, G League, he's not trying to fight. Guaranteed.
Huh?
Guaranteed.
What you wanna do?
Hey, I'm telling
you
him
wanna
you're
do?
not trying to fight.
What you wanna do?
All that crap.
We can fight right now.
All that. Then try to put it on
You ain't
another
never
nigga
called
to
me
do
no
something.
bitch.
So, but I just caught you one. I just caught you like. Just you are a bitch. Guys. Guys, come on.
Come do something.
This why y'all had security, man. Y'all was on bullshit.
No jumper was cracking.
The whole time.
I have an announcement. Many of you are probably expecting this. As of today, Almighty Suspect will no longer be a host on No Jumper. I fear we just cannot tolerate as a business. You know, many times over the past couple of years, I've looked back at the Kelpie incident and I have felt like I was a little too lenient. It was extremely lenient of us to not fire Sus at that time. And I'm not gonna lie, there's been a couple times since then, in particular with the whole Jalise thing, where it really felt like he was on the border of attacking her.
Nicholas Rosenberg here, Torrance Courthouse. This morning I had a client charged with 3 robberies that he clearly did not do. So I made the argument to the prosecution that while the video showed he was inside the recording studio, no video shows him leaving. Therefore, he could not have done the robbery during preliminary hearing. 3 robberies dismissed. Sir, how do you feel today?
Feel me like a free man, you know what I'm saying? Like some new draws fresh out the pack. We free. We beat the case. Call Attorney Rosenberg. He gonna get you right every time. No cap.
Whatever you choose to do, you do as your building. I'm just saying, like, goddamn, man. I mean, cause it'll bother me if I look up and something happened with nephew.
What do you mean?
Just what I'm saying. This is part of his program. Yeah, this part of his program, believe it or not. It's part of his program.
So what do you think he's gonna go do?
He got a void. Now he got a void. He got open space. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying no punish him, but damn, at least give him something to look forward. Tell him like, look, you out 2 weeks, 30 days.
All right, so Almighty Suspect is on a historically bad run right now. He, as we all are aware, he was fired from No Jumper. It seems like a permanent fire, even though, Adam has no spine. He has no backbone when it comes to discipline, and disciplining his employees. He's already been saying, his Suspect's future with No Jumper is up in the air, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure he'll probably even keep that same tone and sentiment even after the news that young Aunt Hefe shock dropped on the Tuesday show, on the big show. Bucci Bear was at the table again, Brandon, which that's a wild optic when you really think about it. Being on the Tuesday show is like being on the varsity team in No Jumper terms, right? So Brandon came in and, he kind of got somebody up out the way right away and, debated a couple people. Then he's catapulted right into the main show. So there's a lot of jealousy and animosity in regards to Brandon. And this latest Suspect news is only going to add to that animosity because the rumor is that Brandon played a role, regardless if it was directly or indirectly, that he played a role in Suspect ending up getting, incarcerated. Suspect was arrested on June 2nd. It's now June 4th when this video will be reaching y'all ears. So just 2 days ago, he received permanent housing just yesterday. As the No Jumper show was live, the news was broken because young Aunt Hefe, mistaken Lush's usual glazing. Lush likes to scream, "Free all the homies." And there's nothing wrong with that, actually. But as Lush was screaming "Free Suspect," he was just screaming "Free Suspect" and then No Jumper since. But young Aunt Hefe had a bombshell, little bit of information that, quite frankly, is about to set the internet on fire. So let's get into that clip.
This guy has been enabled. Suspect. It's just like I train dogs, right? If you let a dog get away with a certain behavior for so long, you have to correct the behavior or you have to either get rid of the dog or put the dog down. Bro was basically put in the mind state like, I can mess up, but eventually Adam will feel sorry for me and he'll just bring me back. That's what he thought was going to happen. He knew he was going to maybe get a week or two off. I mean, and to him, that would have been like maybe going to jail or something. Like, yeah, I was off for a minute, but I came back, whatever.
How Bucci is just conversating, real casually trying to manipulate the situation even more so in his favor. He's like, oh no, don't bring him back. Certain dogs, you gotta old yeller them, Adam. Come on, have some backbone.
Free sus. but like with Wack when he was telling you like
jail. He in jail for real.
Wait, what?
He in jail.
Who? Almighty.
So I thought, oh man, you faking? Why you
Wait,
say
he's
free
locked
him
up?
like you didn't know?
No, he's in jail.
Why you just say free him like?
I said free sus.
No,
like
they don't say free sus. Like bring him back.
No, yeah, he in jail.
Brody,
For what?
I think he had like a case or something.
Living the dream, huh?
With the court, I think they just like kept him type shit.
Now, as y'all know, as I like to say on this show right here, I am not a lawyer. I am not a judge. I'm not a part of no jury. So how does that work? I know Suspect, he did have some open cases or whatever that he was dealing with. Do any of y'all in the comments know how exactly would that work? If you have some issues that are currently in limbo, your freedom's already in limbo. Rosenberg's working night and day to keep you free. And you hop on the podcast, and over the course of a week, you get fired for, whipping out that weapon. Well, pause. Y'all know what I mean. Whipping out the Swiss Army knife, getting ready to Swiss cheese a bear on a live stream. And then you hop on your live stream right after and talk about the situation. And then you go on Hater World and talk about it. And then you pull up to the Marathon Burger with your fresh out of prison cousin, talking about who said we can't come to the Marathon Burger. How does that work? I mean, I guess it's kind of a rhetorical question. I think common sense would tell us that if you have an open case, you probably shouldn't be doing all those things. You should probably be just potting and not trying to get into altercations with anybody at the workplace, at least not on camera. So I know, you know, myself included, but like YouTube in general, we use the word crash out kind of a lot. But this is a true crash out that we have witnessed. This is honestly one of the craziest, I would say it's the second most craziest chain of events that I've seen in podcast history, right after Tax Stone.
What? You know what mad shit we don't know about.
Got him cap on that no joke. He got a knife.
Hey, listen.
He played it in court.
Hey, he know the feds be watching this pod.
Evidence.
No, he started talking about, hey, and on God in heaven, who tried to come for whose street grab first? He was like, some police ass shit. He tried to call me a fed.
Well, to be fair, this all started with you saying that he said the N-word, aka like calling him white.
Bringing some bullshit up. Look.
Yeah, it did start due to like the dumbest shit ever.
I'm for sure he definitely wasn't feeling because he did tell me like, man, this motherfucker talking about Lush, my daddy. I'm black as a motherfucker. He definitely was out about that.
Yeah, somebody pointed out, they're like, yeah, he was streaming like a day ago, which, I mean, I don't know if it was actually a day, but
It was like a few days, but that really doesn't matter. What is interesting though is right before this No Jumper show started on Tuesday, I did go to Suspect's YouTube page to see if there was anything that I may have missed over the past couple days, ever since his, original I Just Got Fired live streams, and he deleted his live streams. The ones where he was wearing the hoodie and it looked like he was streaming out of a Motel 6, looked and sounded like he was streaming out of Motel 6, mind you. Yeah, those are gone forever, other than whatever clips people may have grabbed. But I know myself, I didn't record the full stream. So as far as my my hard drives, them joints is gone. I don't know what made him delete them streams though. Suspect does a pretty good job at speaking carefully. And I don't think it was really his words that got him put into jail in this scenario. I would assume that it's been his actions. I would assume that, whatever led to this this kind of shocking turn of events is because of the Bucci versus Dotson, face off that happened with Buzzball Lush in the middle. And I've seen that other angle that y'all was talking about. And Lush chugged the Buzzball and then starts saying, whoa, guys, chill out. Like he stands up, gets in between them, but then he picks up his Buzzball. I can't handle this shit. And just downs a whole green Buzzball. Then says, whoa, chill out. Lush is something else, man.
if he's wait, when's the last time you updated his story?
So why y'all blaming he wasn't gonna be here anyway? He was just y'all. Hey, I was
no, his cousin. I was just with his cousin. His cousin just pulled up on me yesterday. He the one that told me I wasn't gonna say nothing, but you said free. But his cousin just told me like he's suspect in jail.
He does have no story right now, which seems kind of like that probably would only be the case.
Yeah,
if,
this is his cousin, the one that pulled up at the Marathon Burger with him. He like, yeah, he in jail.
Look, Donnie's looking it up already.
Yeah, that's him.
Does it say why?
He got arrested.
Now y'all
did get arrested. Holy
business.
shit, that's crazy.
He said free him.
They looking it up.
Yeah.
He's locked up. Now you got to put money on his books and pay his rent, Adam.
No, now fucking Lush needs to call Rifleman and get a reason why.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I'm not going to do it live.
No, yeah, that's fucked up. Yeah, you can't do that. But damn, now we got to do some homework. That's crazy.
We ain't got to do no damn homework.
Oh, wait, look, we have it right here. Inmate corrections information. Wait, should I show this? Yeah, it's no way. Well, charge level felony.
You're lying.
What the fuck?
He probably was just stressed out. Then I take the drug shit back.
It doesn't. Total bail amount $380,000.
He didn't murder nobody.
What the fuck?
They gonna tell you what he got charged with.
The towers too.
Yeah.
Suspects with the crazy people.
What?
That's PC. Nigga PC'd up. Oh, the nigga PC'd up.
Fuck out of here.
PC'd up.
Fuck out of here.
No. Twin Towers for the PC, the crazy. Hey, bro, PC'd up, bro.
PC crazy.
I don't gotta say nothing.
And hard max.
I don't gotta say nothing else.
But
we gotta talk to Rosenberg.
No.
Processing.
Yeah, he's
Still in processing.
Yeah.
Oh, no, the Bucci Bear going on a victory lap. I wonder if he ended up live streaming after this. I know Lush did. I haven't been able to catch it yet. Let me know if I missed anything worth covering in the Lush World live stream, y'all. But I know Bucci Bear, he's look at him. he's ecstatic. He's darn near jumping for joy because suspect is not only arrested, but it appears that suspect is in PC.
Twin Towers.
No, yeah. So Twin Towers is a place. So like when you go to MCJ, it's like a 3-day process. And so if you don't want to sleep on them floors or be piled up in them cages, what a lot of people would do, they have fake medical. Like, man, hey, I got asthma or I got diabetes, and they take you to Twin Towers and you would get a bed.
I know
so
what
they can transfer you.
I know what you're saying.
He may or may not be detoxing.
Hey, listen, when you get off the bus, you go through the little shit where you take off your clothes and change your clothes, whatever. Then they take you to the window and they ask you, are you in a gang? Do you hear voices? Do you feel all that shit? Based on what you said at that window, that's where they're going to send you. Bro, if bro is in Twin Towers, bro says he's either hurt, he's sick, or he said, I don't feel safe being in the general population.
Wait.
Bro PC'd up because he looked very
Brandon, did you call the police on him? Yes or no?
He was already fighting the case because he had a lawyer, remember?
He was already fighting the case with the Rosenberg thing, but I assumed that was over.
No, he said he had to go to court, and I remember he said it.
I think it was a gun case.
A gun case.
He did say he had a situation.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
I had a
Free
gun
sus
case.
for real.
I had a gun case.
Free sus for real.
Yeah, right here?
No, I got caught with a gun, but I freaking got a lawyer. And you shouldn't go. If you got money, you don't go to jail
What are you
for a
doing
gun
with guns?
case. I used to be a gang member.
You don't need to be doing all that. You could bench 500 pounds. You don't need a gun.
Dude, these dudes coming out trying to shank shit. I was on a level 4 for a minute.
You really?
Huh?
So you know what it's like.
No,
behind
I'm
them
saying
walls.
this is like a level 4 and he's pulling out knives now.
Death row.
Death row. Bro, and the way he pulled that knife out though. Come on, bro. He was like, the funniest part was he was fumbling it. He was like,
Hey, man.
I'm the trustee.
hey, bro, one of my floors.
All right, so yeah, y'all seen it right there. They confirmed. They done pulled up the website to see, like, yep, he's booked, where he's being housed at and everything. And, hopefully he ain't walking around that thing sagging like how he been walking around no jumper. They probably gonna get some pants that fit better for the boy. Cause man, that he might run into Fleece Johnson in there. It ain't no joke. He's really going or is back in jail, not even going back to jail. All jokes aside, though, I do feel sorry for him because he is a father. Seems like he's in his kids' lives, too. You know, he done brought one of his kids up to No Jumper News before, where he had her on the show for like the first 30, 40 minutes before he was able to, hand her off to whoever was supposed to watch her or whatever the case may be. I feel sorry for his family, for the people that depend on his income and whatnot. That's a tough situation, and who knows how long he's gonna be away for. Even if he does get out of this situation, he's already locked up. He's already booked. He's going to be away for a decent amount of time, I would assume. So that does suck for Dotson. It does. But at the end of the day, if his actions on the podcast with, the actions that led to him getting fired, if those have anything to do with him, getting an unfavorable ruling, I feel like he needs to take accountability. He went on that live stream, the one that he did like from the Motel 6 or whatever with the green screen. He went on that live stream and blamed the fans, said y'all on some police shit. How are we on police shit for watching and resharing a video that took place on live? You knew you were live. It wasn't like nobody was secretly recording you or nothing. You knew you was live and you decided to pull out a weapon on the live stream at the end of the day while fighting a weapons charge. I believe. I don't know for a fact if that was the case, but if I'm remembering correctly from when he's talked about, I've been going back in court, this and that, I want to say it was a weapons case. You chose to do that. Didn't nobody make you do that? Didn't nobody make you sneak a knife past security? That was all your doing. It might be beneficial in the long run to take accountability for your actions. And that's really that's to everybody. I believe in taking accountability is how you learn from your mistakes, is if you hold yourself accountable. What they say, the first step is admitting. Admit that you were wrong about something. Admit that you was moving wrong and learn from that. But anyways, So Wack 100, you know, he kind of predicted this whole situation. He was begging and pleading with Adam, please, don't fire him, or leave him fired. And you know, he's like, come on, Adam, don't have a backbone now. You don't have a backbone for nothing else. Just let this one slide too. But on some business shit, that would be a wild look if Suspect just comes back as a regular employee and Brandon's still working there. Even if Brandon's not, I feel like if Suspect were to come back as an employee, even after whatever amount of time he's about to serve, if Suspect comes back to be employed at No Jumper, and let's say there's a whole new host that nobody's ever heard of at the time of this recording, and some new YouTube superstar emerges and gets hired by No Jumper, and then Suspect gets out of jail in a year or two or whatever the case may be, and then Suspect and the new host get into a confrontation, and then Suspect catches a hypothetical body, right? He catches a body, he monkey dunks somebody off this earth, and then what? Then there ain't about to be no more No Jumper. It's done. It's finished. Because whoever's family is about to get all that. Or whatever bread you got, that's theirs now. Because you hired somebody back that showed the signs that they would be violent in the workplace and said, well, Wack 100 said it's the only thing helping them from crashing out, so I brought him back into the workplace. So don't be surprised if you crash out again, is all I'm really trying to say, I guess. But let's watch Wack 100 call in and try to place the blame on Brandon, but Bucci Bear ain't having it. So check this out.
Him say many times.
You hate Sharp more than AD.
I don't even hate Sharp.
Right, well, let's put this topic on hold for a second. Wack 100, what's going on?
Yo.
What's up?
Yo, they say nephew in jail behind this Brandon dude.
Hey, we're on stream, just so you know. But yeah. We just broke that news. We just found out he was locked up, yeah.
But it's behind this Brandon dude?
Does he have his what?
He said it's behind Brandon.
Behind Brandon?
Oh, no, I think it's something else. But it's a $380,000 bail. So,
well, what was the charge?
We don't actually know yet. I guess he's still in intake.
Yeah, if he got a bail, he booked. He in there, he booked.
Yeah, so
processing,
but definitely nothing to do with Brandon. They didn't call the cops or anything about that.
The Machiavellian.
Torrance? I don't know. This is somebody just texted me a bunch of shit.
Oh, he got picked up in Torrance.
No, that's
what it says.
That is what it says.
Oh, I mean, shit, it was probably traffic getting pulled over or something, right?
It's behind Brandon. Sucks tried to press Brandon, and he called 12 and showed him videos, texts, and threats. And he got arrested in Torrance with Brandon at.
Brandon, thoughts?
On what?
I'm finna finish.
You got him set up? Wack said you got the paperwork.
Nah, I just, these fools just said, I ain't got no paperwork. Well, yeah.
100 not having the paperwork is kind of wild to hear. Like, what do you mean you don't got the work, Wack? That's your thing. We got the content. I got the work. I guess not yet. It's this one's fresh off the grill. Don't nobody got the work for real. But I personally don't think it's Brandon directly. The confrontation with Brandon couldn't have possibly helped when it comes to him, going to court shortly after that for something unrelated to the No Jumper incident. I would assume they would be like, well, we seen you crashing out and pulling out a knife on somebody online just a few days ago. So you're gonna have to sit down. They don't care what Rosenberg got to say at that point. I would assume, I don't know how that stuff works. I'm not a lawyer or nothing like that, but I would assume that that's not a good look if you're fighting a weapon case already, that you out here on podcasts just drawing down on people and whatnot.
This shit crazy.
Brandon's sitting here looking very disturbed right now.
And if I did do it, so what?
Oh, he just
if I have
admitted it.
my thing is like this. Niggas be like, oh, did you do it? So fucking what? I didn't do it, but if I did, so what?
Stand on snitch business.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck a nigga that's doing any illegal crime and cry about getting arrested. If you don't want to get arrested, don't do it. I hate
he coming in real passionate about sounding like a mix of Flacco and O.J. Simpson. Said if I did do it, so what? It's crazy.
with this like jaw jacking, who snitched on what. 50% of niggas from all these hoods snitching. Ain't nobody doing nothing about them. But snitching is something. Maybe if you snitched on more people, your neighborhood wouldn't look like shit. You wouldn't be on food. You wouldn't be crying because Donald Trump is cutting food stamps. Stop. Like, I don't play these games with black people. Like, stop. Like, I'm talking to anybody who's trying to make a big deal out of something that they know did not happen.
But if you have a man-to-man issue with suspect and you actually called the cops about it, you don't see how that would be an easy thing for people. Even as a non-gang member, it would be pretty easy for people to be like, oh, that's a bitch ass shit.
When we went to Marathon Burger, if I had called the cops on suspect, I would say, oh, let me wait till he here and then tell the cops, oh yeah, look, this is the guy who has a warrant. This guy clearly had a case he was fighting. He already said that on this thing. He got booked. I don't know what happened with that situation because
go bail him out, bro. Lead it.
Go bail him out.
You go bail him out, 39K.
Hey, but this is the thing. You can't just say someone has a knife and then they go arrest that person.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think what people are speculating is that it was more than just the live stream that led to this. But I don't think I agree with those that are speculating that, because like what's been said several times by me and by the No Jumper crew in this video, suspect was already dealing with a case or two this whole time. Since before Brick Baby got arrested, suspect has been dealing with his own legal troubles. And, you know, it might just be really unfortunate timing that he just got fired last week and then arrested this week. It's not like he got arrested because he was holding up a target or something like that. He wasn't stealing from Walmart. It's something that he already did. And then maybe they added on some new stuff. I'm not sure. With the whole stalking stuff that's added in there. I don't know what that's, because now the reason why I'm speculating on that in particular, the stalking charge, is if he was stalking whenever he caught the weapons charge, I would assume that they would have already just arrested him, and this wouldn't even be a video right now because he would have been in jail. But if they were, you know, maybe he was desperate after he got fired and he done went back to Fig or whatever, and ended up getting jammed up, and they added it on to his existing case. You know, that seems more likely of, you know, what actually is going on here. But I don't know. This is all just speculation when it comes to what happened, who said this, who did that. It's all speculation, man. Until we get some cold hard facts, that's all it's going to be. What I will say though is no matter how angry you get, if somebody didn't, you know what I mean, like if your coworker didn't directly threaten your safety, there's no reason to be crashing out to the degree that suspect crashed out to where he got fired. It also, as far as what this channel is here to comment on, it all spins back to that, to spitting in Brandon's face and pulling out a knife on him immediately after, and, you know, daring him to step forward. If that has anything to do with why suspect was picked up and booked into a jail, then, you know, he's just got to hold himself accountable. You should never be that mad over words. Suspect was the one who crossed the line and turned it physical by spitting on that man. Yes, they discussed fighting. Both of them discussed fighting. Brandon was on the defense when it came to the fade part of it to some degree. He does have his ways of poking a little bit. But yeah, man, this is the end of this video. Y'all let me know in the comments what you think might be going on with the Sus Gerb situation. Is it free suspect? Is it keep suspect? You know, and do you think Adam will keep having a backbone, or y'all think he gonna fold like Lena the Plug when she goes on vacation to Jamaica? Either way, let me know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you're new here, for sure, hit the subscribe if you hear my voice right now. If you're back, y'all know what to do. And I'll see y'all very soon. Peace.
You up out of here, dog.